Roll call, sir.
Aye.
Mr. Wilkinson.
Present.
Here, Bridget.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Quorum is present.
As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sir.
Heavenly Father, we ask for your presence and direction as we do the business of the county. Be with us individually and collectively, and we'll give you the praise. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Consent agenda. Last week's minutes, appointment orders by the collector's office, and a monthly report from the recorder of deeds. May I have a motion?
Move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
And folks, I think we're about halfway through the meeting today. Sole source bid, election department.
Yes, I submitted the bid with Henry Atkins. They supply our printing for our ballots, they program our computers, and since it's a proprietary source, in other words, they're the only ones who program their own, that's why it's a sole provider. But I did go back 4 years ago and analyze the cost of charging, and it's just slightly below what it was 4 years ago. So it's like, usually you figure in a 4-year period there'd be a 2 to 6% inflation increase, and it's not the case. They're even charging the exact same amount in the election day support. What election day support is, for those that we have someone on site from 5:30 in the morning till 7:30 at night that we had to send her out to one of the, at the very beginning, one of the machines was not calibrating correctly, send her back on site. We are having as we did last year, we will have a crew in the northern part of the county and a crew in the southern part of the county that would have the ability to bring a new machine or to recalibrate, and she is the one that does all the computer work. But her charges are the same as it was 4 years ago. The printing, the programming, all those things are a little bit less. So what we'll need to do is approve that bid for 2020, which is $21,944.50, knowing that it is a sole supplier. But I would just want to make sure you all saw that they weren't.
What was that amount? What was that amount?
Amount total
Towards the back of your.
$21,944.50.
I would move that we approve the bid to Atkins in the amount of $21,944.50.
Second?
Second the motion.
Okay, I have a question. When they recalibrate a machine midday somewhere, that doesn't lose the prior
Oh,
vote?
no, they have to make sure, but if something's a problem, if it's not, like, for example, we had one of the machines, they could not open the back end to verify that it was empty. So we had to send somebody there not to see if they could get it open, but with a different, they look like trash cans, but they're locked. And that you have to, every site has to verify that they're empty when you start. They have, so there's some third thing, but if they can't get them open, then we have to go change that out and see if there's a problem with that. And in the event that you can't, like I threw one of them in the back of my car, and we delivered one up here to First Baptist Church before the polls open, so that they're, because that's usually where we get most of our calls, I'm finding out, is right when all the poll workers get there, they test the machines, even though we set them out the day before and everything's working at that point. The next morning, if something's going to fail, it's going to fail within that first few minutes usually, because once it gets going, then everything seems to progress fine. But anyway, that's where we're at on this.
Any other questions, comments?
Can I point out, we were open last Wednesday all day till 5. That was for the last registration time. Then next week on the 25th, you will have opening for filing for offices, county offices, and that we will stay open till 5 that day. The same day, we start absentee ballots for the April election. The filing is for the August. So we've got several balls in the air that we're juggling over there, because we will have a period of time here that we had to send out the absentee ballots that we send out that will be sent back in color-coded envelopes so that we can know as they come in, because we can't open them But we have to know as they come in if they are for the March election or the April election. Now, March is presidential, and I've already had some people ask this on the absentees. There are a bunch of people on there that have already dropped out. You can still vote for them. You can't, but there was a drop dead date about a month ago for the ballot. They have to print them. They have to print them all over the state. So you have Cory Booker and the ones that dropped out last week and that are still on Missouri's ballot. And ours will be the week after Super Tuesday. So there will be probably several fewer people on the Democratic ballot. If they do not do well by Super Tuesday, they may not be. You can still vote for them on ours. They just have given up as nationwide.
Now, again, all election stuff is handled at Election Central, including sign up for the race.
Yeah, we thank the media because they've been saying that. Still, people aren't hearing. So if you're going to file for what's an office, a treasurer on the 25th, you have to do it, and everybody that files first day will go in the hat. We are not going to rent a ball machine. We're just going to put the names, and they will be the exact same. They will not be a special folder in it, and draw them out in what order they will appear on the ballot. They changed that a few years ago because people were camping out for days and days and days to be the first one on. If you got there the first day, anytime before 5 o'clock, your name will be put in the hat to find out what order your name will appear on the ballot. But they all sign up over on Weber next Tuesday.
Okay, any other questions? Have a motion second to accept this bid on election supplies and service, I guess you'd say. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, our last agenda item, sale of surplus vehicles. You guys want to comment?
I tried to stretch that a little.
Yeah, we're going to be selling these 5 items on the Purple Wave, which is an auction website. It is the tractor with the mowing arm, the backhoe, and then the 3 pickup trucks. The pickup truck in the corner there, that's a 2005. It's got 190,000 miles on it. It's got transmission problems and engine problems as well. It's been deadline from the fleet for about a month. The 2 S10s, they're 2002s, got upwards of 150,000 miles on them, and we have just recently budgeted for and purchased some new pickups for our fleet, and we're just phasing these out. As we have purchased a new tractor and just purchased a new mini excavator to take the place of that equipment. So while we can still receive some money from these pieces of equipment and vehicles to sell them on Purple Wave while they're still worth something, that we are requesting the permission to sell them as surplus items.
I noticed on your description of the trucks that will go on the Purple Wave, that one of you says it has low oil pressure.
It has low oil pressure. Engine's been knocking for a couple years. We've been driving it anyway. And then transmission went out about a month ago. We only have first and second gear. So it was going to cost more to repair it than the truck was worth.
Okay.
On the recommendation of the highway superintendent, I move that we make the items up there surplus and allow for the sale.
And I will second that.
And of course, you'll have the assessment or asset list altered.
Yes.
I guess at the time.
Once
of
the sale is complete, yes.
At that.
Yes.
So you'll be policing that issue. Okay.
Yes. And they run, what, 2 weeks?
Mhm.
And they'll run for 2 weeks, and at the end of that time, once they're paid for and they pick them up, then we.
Checks are
move from-
processed and all that stuff.
Right.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion?
Yes.
You've got it, seconded.
Oh, we already got that?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
ready.
Now, any questions or comments? Okay, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next meeting, just 10 months from Christmas. Okay. I just thought I'd point that out. I have some
You got reports, or?
We have correspondence, yes. Go ahead.
Well, maybe this is under departmental reports, but anyway, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Tonight, Department of Natural Resources and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service hosts public meeting for proposed restoration project in St. Francis County. That will be at the Deloge City Hall from 6 to 7 tonight, and we'll be talking about the expansion of the Owl Creek Park. Now, keep in mind, this is the we already own 37 acres down down there, but this will be the expansion. This will be talking about the 108 acres, possibly expanding it. And we're also looking at accepting additional monies for this park on top of additional monies for a possible borehole prospecting mine, recap. So there's going to be a lot of things talked about, and I'll give a report next week.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions about that or any other correspondence?
Hey, Harold, is
Yes, Rich?
is this the only county park we'll have?
Yes.
To date, yes.
It will be the best one.
Of course.
Any
Thank you.
further comments? Any departmental reports?
I've got one thing, just for the knowledge, I'll go to the surgeon again tomorrow. I will have fusion of my back sometime in the upcoming weeks, and he only does that on Tuesday morning, so I will miss one day, and then I'll be in the hospital 4 days afterwards. So I don't know when. That's why I'm going tomorrow.
Well, 3/4 of my back was fused 9 years ago, and I'm feeling great.
Feels
so
pretty good. Yeah.
Good enough. Any other departmental reports?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna try to make sure we schedule between the two wells.